Jean pregnant. Oh snap!
What?
Oh snap!
Oh, combos.
Cyclops got the "To Me My X-Men" going on. Okay.
That's hype.
I'm Vonell.
It's Trey.
Kristoff.
JT Wolf.
Autumn. Chia.
Yes, and you are now live with some more Catered Chaos, unless you're checking these videos out on YouTube. We do the live stream every Thursday night at
7
p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That is correct. So, if you're checking this video out on YouTube, we would love to have you on the stream one day. But, until that time comes, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube things that help to increase the engagement on this video. The more that you do it, the more it allows us to lock in our algorithms, and that essentially allows us to get you guys even more Catered Chaos in the future. Woo. So, with those throwbacks in place, we are now going on a different type of throwback. We got the Marvel Animations XMen 97, which is supposed to be the continuation from the X-Men, the animated series.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So this should be interesting. I'm really interested to see what we bring up this time. What they bring up to bring this back to life. Yeah, I don't have anything to really like queue up for other than
let's get it.
Yeah, let's get into X-Men 97.
Into it, yeah.
The official trailer, which came out today.
The old school animation.
On the old school TV.
That was the thing to watch on Saturday mornings. Yeah.
I really don't remember how this series ended.
I don't either.
I never saw the ending. I was a kid. I watched the episode out of order.
I'm about to say, I see Magneto there. Professor
like
X,
that.
I guess, is dead.
I like that.
I guess they brought Morph back.
Ooh. Look at this animation.
This is so cool. Looks like Recess.
Yeah.
It is reminiscent of the old series, which is what they were going for, I assume.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's supposed to be a continuation, so I guess they really did get that style back.
Working together as a team. Jeez, Bob, keep buzzing in my ear.
Okay, let's march.
Oh, yes! Jubilee! Ooh, Bishop.
Jean pregnant. Oh, snap!
What?
Oh, snap! Oh,
Combos.
Cyclops got the "To Me My X-Men" going on. Okay.
That's hype.
Yes.
97, streaming March 20th. Okay.
The last will and testament of Charles Xavier. Everything he built now belongs to me.
Bro, get your mess out of here.
That's
Who was
crazy.
that?
That's
Magneto.
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 Okay.
He left everything. He's saying that everything that
All right,
Charles
that's
built.
nice. I like that.
Damn.
Usually,
That's crazy.
usually I put the thumbnail as the title, but
We need that
Back,
picture.
back. Keep going.
That.
Keep going.
That's
Nah.
Oh,
right
you
there,
want?
right?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
it was gonna be, and then this one came up. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, this
But-
is good.
Gosh, dang,
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Look
Talk
at
to
Bishop,
us.
that's
Beast, Rose,
crazy.
Gambit. Who's that one on the end?
Morph,
Morph. Okay.
who I don't remember. I vaguely remember it through the series, but they think he dies in episode 1 of the original show.
Oh, okay.
Episode 1
Yeah.
of the original show.
Dang.
He didn't even get in the series.
Yeah.
Well, he comes back later, and it's like revealed that he's alive, but I don't remember him ever joining back up with the team because of what happened to him in episode 1. So I guess now they're just like, oh nah, Morph cool with him again. So his powers are pretty much Mystique. That's literally the only.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But he was a cool character because he was so tied to Wolverine. I do remember that because that was like part of the issue that Wolverine had with Cyclops in the series, because he thought that it was Cyclops' fault that he led the team wrong in episode 1, and it got Morph killed. Or that's what he thought.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, because they always had their beef.
mm-hmm. Like they had beef over Jean, for sure.
Everybody want her.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, they both wanted her.
Jean always got on my nerves.
Yeah, well, hey, look, they both wanted her, but it did spark very heavily off of that first episode.
Yeah.
But it's cool to see him back. I'm glad he's getting some love. I remember him because this was before Deadpool ever was really featured in something, and he transforms into Deadpool in the series.
Gotcha.
So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah. So it was just it was a character no one really knew unless you were super into comics back then. And now I guess they're rolling him back over because, he's one of those characters that's more popular now.
Cool.
But it also kind of means that there might be a thing in here where Morph gets to meet Deadpool. So,
Okay.
or they showcase Deadpool because Morph knows who he is. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
So,
What do you guys think about the animation style?
I like it.
I like it.
Makes me feel like a kid again.
yeah. It's like a CG'd version of the original show, which I
Yeah.
think is completely fine.
Okay.
Yep, I'm cool with it.
Okay.
I'm just real happy to see all the OG characters back.
Yeah.
So at the end of the trailer, we see that Magneto gets everything that Charles Xavier built. It's just that's an interesting choice for Charles to do, but
It's kind of some
Yeah, well, he always hoped that Magneto would.
turn around.
Yeah.
So I guess he just left his will
The same.
the same.
Never changed.
He's like, I can change him.
I can fix him.
I can fix him.
Well, he looked like he was I don't remember the end of the series, but from the clip that they showed, it looked like he was standing on the end with them. So maybe he thought Magneto changed his ways, and then life happened, and they were like, "Oh nah, bro, you ain't no X-Man. Get off my team."
Yeah. So.
Dang. And to answer Vonell's question, you're gonna have to rewatch it on your own time, because that's a long series. But I will definitely 100%, if we are down for it, we can watch this as it comes out in March.
Oh heck yes.
100%, I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
Me too.
Because that scene with
With
Damn
Damn
Rider Wolverine,
Like, what?
sucker! Don't play with me. That was something different.
I'm so done.
It's like, is he riding him like a horse or some kind of?
And then
No,
gave
he
him a-
jumped on his back.
Yeah,
He's
he
just
did.
still
Yeah.
going.
Then
Then
He
he
held
gave him
out
a
his
boost.
Then
I
he
was
gave
like,
him a boost.
I ain't never seen him do that
The
before.
claw buff.
with the claws. Yeah.
That was crazy.
So that means he's gonna have exploding attacks. That's crazy.
Oh, it's going.
Yeah, and then he'll be totally fine.
The Anthony
That's not Marvel Ultimate Alliance right there.
Yeah.
Ultimate Alliance.
Oh shoot.
That's how you guys do a combo.
And it's kind of crazy because Bishop is
Probably
on that team too. So, and his power is that he gets to absorb energy, and that makes him stronger. So they could do a comp. This is a crazy lineup for the X-Men.
And you still got Rogue in there.
Rogue
and she can
and-
absorb
yo.
anybody's powers.
You gosh dang right. And this
And
is Buff.
Jubilee's in there.
That's right. She can extend. This is Buff Rogue too, who got the super strength and can fly and everything.
Yeah, because she was carrying all of them.
Yes,
That was like what?
because she's that fire.
You still got OG Storm.
Yep.
Storm is already
like the
OG
rocker.
as herself. Like you can't.
Rogue has more white hair. It looks like.
I think.
Yeah, she
look like-
does. She has more
definitely
white hair.
expanded.
I think it's what do they say about her powers? The way that the white streak is in there. It's just something about how she absorbs people's abilities. That her hair changes like that.
Oh, I don't know. It looked fire to me. So
Yeah, but I like the
don't
design of her
care.
hair though.
Yeah.
Because normally you only get like 1 or 2 streaks of white, but now it's like almost like a good portion of her hair.
Mm-hmm.
But I like
then
that. Like
they
that
got
mohawk.
Bishop on here, so they got 2 black people at the same time.
How to do that?
I respect it.
Yeah.
Diet white.
That frohawk on Storm. Yeah.
And Beast, you're in here too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Beast.
I like you.
I like you.
Beast with the brains. Yeah.
Now, if only, and I'm sorry to Beast to do this because we got 2 black people, so we can have 2 blue people too. If Nightcrawler was on this
I was
team,
about to say, where's Nightcrawler?
we would
Could
be
be.
stacked, boy.
It could come later.
In season 2,
It could be.
I mean, in the main roster.
Yes.
Shoot, I want him in the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
That space above Gambit right there.
Yep.
Put him in
right there.
Right there.
Yep, right there.
I didn't see Kitty Pryde.
I don't care about no Kitty Pryde. I don't care about Kitty. I don't care about Colossus.
No. Okay.
Nah, heck no. I need just give me Nightcrawler. This team's good.
Yes,
You still
sir.
like Cyclops in here?
No, but I don't expect to see it. I don't expect to see an X-Men anything without Cyclops in it. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, like if you had to ask me, heck no.
Team leader,
Yeah, I
Yes.
guess.
Yeah, everybody gets one.
I guess. I don't know who decided on that, but he's team leader, I guess.
I mean, like I'm not gonna hate on. I will say this: my view of Cyclops is from the original series,
That is
Yep.
true.
and he was a very harsh character
He was.
to like. If you didn't like the like his poster boy esque-ness, which was a lot more Superman in nature,
Yeah.
you weren't gonna like him in this series. But hey, look, I'm an adult now. I'm gonna go into this with fresh eyes.
Fresh eyes wide open.
And you know what? He done some growing too, cause it ain't 97 no more. So you know what? Maybe
Just maybe.
if my adventures with Superman can make me a Superman fan, maybe X-Men 97 can come back and save Cyclops.
It can save Cyclops. I don't know.
I think
Cyclops
slim
was it.
chance, but I'd like to get your minds open.
Yeah,
We have to
Cyclops
be.
was never one of my favorite
'Cause-
X-Men. I always had issues with him.
Yeah.
But yeah.
'Cause I have to be optimistic because he ain't going nowhere.
No, he's
I can't
not.
shake him.
I can't shake them.
Like, you can't shake Jean.
Sure can.
Hey, look, they doing it. We got a little bit of something because we got I don't see her in this lineup. She ain't.
No,
here.
because she's pregnant.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, Jubilee's not in the lineup either, but she's in the show.
I'm also okay with that.
Sparkles.
I like the idea of Jubilee. Jubilee is on the same level of Colossus and Kitty.
Yeah.
I like the idea of them. Iceman too. I really don't care about them suckers.
Because they were like,
But
they were the
it's
junior
cool that they
X-Men.
there. We
Oh,
can switch them
okay,
out for a
gotcha,
couple
gotcha.
episodes,
Because
but
they-
I don't need to see them.
Because they were more like, they had like recently joined the group and were still like attending high school and things like that. So they were still like going on like the really small side missions instead of the
Gotcha.
bigger ones.
And I'm 100% fine with them being on the side. Let's have them the guest characters.
Varnell said, "What if we had Avengers versus X-Men on
That's
on
possible.
the show?"
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot. I didn't read your previous comment, but they have Von L brought up that they've done so many more X-Men stories since the '97 cartoon,
That's true.
and so there's a lot more stories that can be incorporated, like Avengers versus X-Men, which would be fire because in this series they have introduced Captain Marvel already,
Yes.
because that's how Rogue got her stack powers.
Yeah.
But back in '97, she was still Miss Marvel and stuff like that. So now they could do a thing where it's just actual Captain Marvel. Well, Captain Marvel now because they were accurate for their time. But
Yeah.
That's cool.
yeah,
Yes, yeah.
that could be a thing. Also, I will to bust your bubble.
Oh.
I don't think that they would do Avengers versus X-Men because the X-Men were kind of the bad guys in that story. And I don't really, unless they like played it out to be more like
Civil War.
yeah, they could do it that way. And in fairness, right, in Avengers versus X-Men, they think they're doing the right thing, but like it's a very clearly more selfish region, so they would have to change it up like a bit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's funny because their battle with Magneto is pretty much the same thing. Magneto sees himself as doing the just thing because they both are after the same goal, but Magneto does it in more violent means.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
So-
literally.
so,
That's
yeah.
It's exactly how you just described it is why Avengers versus X-Men happened.
Yeah.
Like it's a very we could just have a conversation story,
Yeah.
and they very easily choose not
Not
to.
to, Isn't that what always happens? We can just talk about this. No, I want to fight you. Push you through that wall.
Fight.
Destroy half the city. hell? We could have just talked about it, man.
But yeah, it's
Just a
definitely.
yes or no question.
I will say that was like a super popular story, so it definitely is on the table. They have the House of X, Powers of 10 stories that are going on right now. Where
The House of X, yeah, that's
yeah,
series.
yeah, that could be done really well. They have I don't know if God Loves Man Kills came out after 97 or not, but it's definitely a story that they can pick from because it's super popular. The character of Bastion, which was like the human sentinel, I think they can pull from him. They have done a lot. They've done a lot of series, and they can skip over the ones that everybody keeps trying to do with the X-Men. They already done Dark Phoenix. We don't got to see it again.
Yeah, we definitely don't have to see Dark Phoenix again.
Yep.
They've done it. It's done. It's
Leave
so
it alone.
They got Dark
Stop.
Beast. They got Mikhail Rasputin that they can pull from.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to waste time setting up Magneto or Mr. Sinister or like the very surface level X-Men villains.
They have what is it? The whole storyline with Storm and Black Panther
Yep.
as well.
Yep, because that wasn't like an official thing back then that they could do. Yeah, they do have a lot of stories now that have come out for our good old equality allegory characters.
And then they have like a whole thing with Bishop and his own storyline too.
They did that one though. That was like Days of Future Past.
The Days of Future Past. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And they already covered Apocalypse and stuff.
Yes, they did.
But yeah, they already introduced Cable too. But it is cool that Jean's pregnant because that implies that you're probably going to get more Cable. Dang, yeah, there's just they have done a lot of X-Men stories, which is pretty cool because you know there was a small time when the X-Men were getting shafted by Marvel.
Yeah.
Back when they didn't have Fox yet,
Yep.
and they were trying to push them Inhumans like crazy. Now, here's a super interesting one that I want to see if this one tries to pull off.
What?
But in the comics currently, just in the comics. Oh, actually, no, it's in the MCU too. They're trying to portray Kamala Khan as a mutant.
Yes,
Not just...
They did mention that
Yeah.
in the Marvels. Yes,
Yeah.
she
In
said,
the-
"I am mutant."
Yeah. And in her series, they also allude to it by playing like this theme song when so they have Vonell over here posting stories, and I'm trying to get through this one thought.
Legion, House of M, House of X.
Yep. All the side stories, yeah.
But it would be interesting if they try to incorporate her in this series because they're trying to incorporate her more as a mutant in the stories. I've heard a rumor that originally they wanted Kamala Khan to be a mutant, but because of what Marvel was doing at the time, they made her an Inhuman because they weren't giving mutants like shine because they didn't own them in Marvel. So now they're trying to go back and like fix it. I hear that's the rumor of why they're doing it.
Now, for
But-
those who are just watching this and don't know all the terminology, explain the difference between Inhuman and mutant. Because-
A mutant is essentially somebody that's born with like the X gene. They are looked at as like fourth world citizens in Marvel Comics. I guess that's the best way that I can.
Charged it while I was at work.
An Inhuman is somebody that was essentially like somewhere in their lineage. They were experimented on by the Kree, and they go through a process that allows them to get powers.
Okay.
But for whatever reason, humanity doesn't hate Inhumans the way that they do mutants.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah, I thought they live on Mars or something.
yeah.
The moon or wherever they live.
Yeah, the Inhumans are more removed
Yeah.
than the X-Men are, but if you're asking for like a literal difference, they do the same damn thing. They're people with powers, but for whatever reason, Marvel looks at the Inhumans more like the Avengers than the X-Men do. there's a lot of propaganda and like already
I
preconceived.
think that was I think that's just the purpose that this group is supposed to serve for society.
Yeah.
These are people who are different, who are discriminated against. So they represent us people who are being discriminated against. Yeah. Yeah. In general, not us specifically on the couch.
But yeah. So that's the only real major difference. And then Miss Marvel Kamala Khan just came out at a time when Marvel wasn't publishing a lot of X-Men stories to try and force Fox to sell the rights back. And so because of that, they made her an Inhuman. But in the MCU, they've already stated that her powers come from like some type of mutation. And then in the comics right now, they're trying to say that she's both, and that her X gene just didn't come into play until after she went through the part they turned her into an Inhuman.
I gotcha.
Because it's supposed to be like poisonous to mutants. So they're just like, how did you get that and survive? Which they still haven't answered yet, as far as I understand. But I think that it's a cool thing. And when I heard this was coming out, I was like, y'all trying to put Ms. Marvel in X-Men, huh? I get you. I don't think that it's a bad idea. She's got a power that none of them have.
That is true.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see who else comes on this show. Who got a question about X-Men 97?
Who's your favorite X-Men 97 character?
Dang, that's a good one.
That's a good
It's
question.
very generic, but
It's fine.
Hey, but it's effective. Good job, Chief.
thanks. I haven't watched X-Men that much, so I don't really
That's fine.
know as much as y'all know.
No, we were watching X-Men, like we watched Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah, the animated show was fire.
Dang.
Yeah.
It was good.
X-Men and Batman the Animated Series, that was a good time for television.
It
when
was.
It was coming out.
It was a very good time.
I like Batman Beyond.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love me some Batman Beyond.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yep. I mean, continuation of Batman the Animated Series, so it's in there. Because, Vonell said his favorite was Gambit. Mine is
That's mine too.
got to be Apocalypse. I am the rock on the shore of eternity. Crash upon me and no oblivion. I'm like, this sucker spitting. I was like, what the heck?
You know, he goes to a poetry jam in his spare time. You know, he said, "Let me get all poetic."
X-Men
Evolution is what it.
My ears.
But I do agree, Vonell. X-Men Evolution is also a good series. I'm partial to Wolverine and the X-Men, but
Yeah.
X-Men Evolution is good too. It was also one of those shows in the 2000s, but it's a very 2000 show.
It's a very 2000.
It is a very 2000.
I liked it though, but it's very 2000.
That mess is like Future Goth the series.
It's very goth.
Yeah.
Very, very goth.
Alright, but while y'all are
For
commenting,
teenagers, yes.
it,
Yes, it is. The angst and all the teenage angst is in there.
Yes.
All the teenage angst.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guess basically most of them, they portrayed most of them in that setting
it was
anyway. Yeah, for high
us.
school.
Yep.
Yeah.
In high school at the
In
time.
high school, yeah.
Yeah, it was a really interesting take though on the
Yeah.
X-Men because it gave them the perspective of being children and being discriminated against.
Yeah.
And
While in
then
high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yep. And then Wolverine and Storm were the only two adults that stayed.
Yeah.
So it was just really interesting to see them in mentor roles, but it also makes sense that they would be in mentor roles.
mentor roles, yeah.
Yeah, it gave them time to shine. It was a really interesting series.
My mom liked it a lot.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I did like
It's got that edge.
She
but I
watched,
think
she
she
watched
does.
all those cartoons.
Vonell said never thought about it until now. That's a good point.
Yeah.
But yes, y'all let us know your favorite character in the 97 X-Men series, and while you're down below, like the video if you.
Technical difficulties.
What the heck?
Oh,
This thing over here gonna make me look like a liar
What
on
did it
stream.
do?
Thank you. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Share it with somebody that you think might enjoy it as well, and subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to our first 1,000
1,000.
in the C2 Army. Join up and be one of the first recruits today. Also, feel free.
Why you say today?
Should I?
He didn't say that.
Point it out to you.
Quiet.
It's going on a t-shirt.
Tonight.
Quiet. Guys, just
That and Trey versus.
it didn't happen. Ignore it.
Oh, that's wild.
Around Trey versus.
Trey versus. Yep, there we go.
I'm weak. That was a fire show too. You never seen Dan versus. That was a hilarious show.
That is Trey's show, Dan versus.
I watched. It's made by the people that did The Simpsons, but it's just about like a man that's just everything just pisses him off, and he got problems with everything.
Yep.
It's so funny.
Your spirit animal.
It's so funny. It's not as raunchy as The Simpsons.
Nope.
But it's still.
But it's so funny. It's like
I don't have to watch
it's
it.
almost there. I got it on DVD. Well, I got the first season.
Said I got it on
DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I'm gonna have to find the second season one day. It's out there.
That
but
is so
it's,
funny.
We need to watch it at some point. It's really funny. While y'all are down below, feel free to check the link in the description. It's a link to all of our socials, including the Discord page, the C2 Circle. There you can become a champion of the ring and be around for all the content lined up next week when we go live at
7 on Thursday.
PM Eastern Standard Time on the dot.
That's so hilarious that it would do that at this given point in time. If you're checking this video out on YouTube, thank you so much for all your love and support. We really appreciate each and every one of you. Join us on a live stream one day because we would love to have you live and, well, while we're live and in person. But you'll be live on the internet.
But you'll be live on the internet.
Yes. Until that time comes, though, we'll just catch you in the next video with some more Catered Chaos. Peace.
Again.
Flying.
That was probably the battery.
The battery's dying. You gotta change it now.
Little ball.
iPad in one